Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to another exciting, amazing, awesome episode. Hollywood After Dark. Of course, today is the 27th of September, 2021, and it is episode 86. We are like 14 days away from episode 100. Tonight is going to be probably a little faster stream than usual, a lot to get through, a lot to talk about, and my God, some Venom news. But let's get into it, folks, right now. Hollywood After Effing Dark. Hey, what's going on, everyone? How you guys doing? Welcome to the show tonight. Thank you all for showing up. I really appreciate it. Today has been a day. My kids started preschool. It's a weird emotional day. You know, when your little one leaves the nest kind of for the first time and you're not there to look after her. So it's kind of a weird day for that. But I did catch up on Star Wars Visions. I finished that. I watched What If, caught up on that. And so I'm feeling pretty good. I'm going to use my time to watch things and to catch up on things. And that's all well and good. Tonight, though, there's a lot to talk about. We're going to kind of rapid fire a bunch of little quick news bits before we get into the Venom content of the night, of which there is a lot to talk about with Venom because Venom did goof, I think. But you know what? As always, I'm joined by my friend, by your friend. You love him. I love him. RJ. What's up, buddy?
What up? Hey, I want some Venom. I know Venom's in the conversation a lot, so...
Yeah. Well, it's the next big thing. It's the next big thing. And you know what else is the next big thing, RJ? My channel members, which I totally forgot to say hi to. You guys, you guys are great. You guys keep it going. I really appreciate everyone who's on this list. As always, it's growing. I love it. You love it. We love it. We're together. Let's have a good one here. So what is this you just sent me? What is the breaking news about Nintendo?
Yeah, this just broke like literally a minute ago.
Okay.
The theme parks.
All right, let me bring this up here. I know somewhere Skywalker Brian is probably like, probably already in my DMs
remember we
about
had that
it.
Conversation about the Mario movie, right? And I was like, Donkey Kong. Well,
yeah.
He's getting his own land. They're gonna make Super Nintendo World in Japan even bigger. It's gonna get Donkey Kong land. Now
we know why Seth Rogen is in this movie. So people in Japan, get ready for that laugh 24/7. It's just gonna be on repeat. I can't do it just right.
But dude, so they're saying it's gonna have a roller coaster. It's gonna it looks huge. Like it looks like a massive experience. I'm just waiting for the Zelda land. Where's Zelda land?
Yeah, I know. But I mean, again, to kind of go back to the other night, it might be a little bit like this.
Whoa, hey, Mario, banana slam, am I right?
What?
Whoa, hey, what's the matter? Calm down.
There we go. I had that drop. I had that drop ready to go. I just thought that was pretty funny.
You want to go to Japan, right?
Look, here's the thing. I want to go to Japan anyway. All right. You know, I do. I really want to go to Japan. I really want to go out to that Suicide Forest and prove that Logan Paul made the whole goddamn thing up, which he did. He did. But I'm not here to relitigate all that. It's been a couple of years, but he totally faked the entire thing. However, this is saying that Super Nintendo World Universal Studios Japan is expanding in a couple of years with Donkey Kong. Again, the roller coaster interactive experiences and themed merchandise. Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, merchandise and food. A lot.
What do you think? Yeah. It's like, okay. I mean, but this is not like a small land. This is a pretty big expansion.
Yeah, that golden temple is going to be where the roller coaster is. So I'm guessing it's going to be an indoor roller coaster.
Oh, it's a mine cart. You know it's going to be a fucking mine cart, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, that's going to be sick.
Or maybe like a jungle, like a play jungle. You can run around.
Maybe. I mean, come on, they're going to do a roller coaster. There's going to have to be a minecart portion of it. Like, there's going to have to be a minecart portion.
Like Diddy Kong and Dixie Kong and all that.
I mean, that's going to have to be there.
We'll be walking around.
Maybe. I just hope, I feel like we haven't really had a good Donkey Kong game in quite some time.
Well, we had Tropical Freeze in 2014. That was the last Donkey Kong game. Yeah,
I mean, that was a long time, but I mean, like the old Rare game. You know, like Rare was really super influential in the 90s. No one ever gives them enough credit anymore, but they really were. And the crazy thing about this is like, I mean, I just hope they play the theme song. Because the theme song is pretty iconic for those old games and stuff. And also maybe we'll get lucky. Maybe we'll get lucky and Diddy Kong Racing will make a fucking appearance.
Hey, they have the Nintendo Switch Online thing where they bring out those N64 games. But I was
That
going
would
to
be
mention,
cool.
because they're going to open Super Nintendo World as part of Epic Universe whenever they finish that. Do you think that they're going to add Donkey Kong to it when it launches in America? Or do you think it's going to be like just the Mario stuff for now?
Probably just the Mario stuff for right now, because that's going to be the big agenda. That's going to be the big agenda. They'll bring over Donkey Kong later. But what this tells me is that the likelihood of there actually being an animated Donkey Kong movie after the fact is pretty high.
I think they want to make a Mario franchise.
Oh yeah,
Donkey Kong next, and maybe Zelda
and then
movie or something.
And like I said, fucking Kirby movie, fucking Captain Falcon movie.
It's all to push Universal Parks.
Give me an F-Zero movie with Captain Falcon. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Give me a Conker's Bad Fur Day movie.
No, they never do that.
Nope. Right? That would be so good though.
Okay, here's what you do. You have the writers of Deadpool do it.
I mean, okay, yeah, I'd be okay with that. But I mean, like, look, if you guys want to see a Conker's Bad Fur Day movie, by all means. I wish I would have had. So I still have it. It's just I have to go to my drawer and pull it out. So 20 years ago, almost 20 years ago, when Conker's Bad Fur Day came out, I had a friend of mine send me a copy of it for my 19th birthday. He was a friend of mine I'd met online. He was like, "Oh, I'll buy you Conker for your birthday." He bought me Conker for my birthday, and then he sent me. It came with his pre-ordered, and I have a Nintendo Conker T-shirt that is from like 2001. So yeah, it has been 20 years.
T-shirts for it back then?
Yeah, I've got it. I'll pull it out, take a picture of it. And even earlier today, I was rocking my old Oblivion T-shirt from E3 2005. I went to an Oblivion event, like a presentation at E3 2005, and they gave me an Oblivion shirt, and it's still part of my rotation. Never mind, it's mostly for sleeping, but because it's kind of tore up and shit. But yeah, like I collected a whole bunch of shirts back when I was really into gaming, and so anyway, I would love to see Conker as a property, because I think if they did an R-rated Conker movie, it would gross so much fucking money. But that's all Microsoft now. Microsoft owns Conker at this point, and they're not going to do anything with it. They're not going to do anything with that, because I mean, we'd be more likely to get a Banjo-Kazooie movie than we would be get a Conker film, because the last time we saw Conker at all was at that one E3 where they showed off the HoloLens.
Oh yeah. Well, wasn't he in that game? Was it Project Spark, where it's like Conker tells, "I guess what to make our own game." It's like,
yeah, it's all like, no, what we want is a remake of Conker's Bad Fur Day.
Didn't they already do a remake though?
I think they did. It was like Conker Reloaded. It came out on the Xbox, which was actually pretty fun. It was actually pretty fun. But what we need is that, but like upgraded for current gen, and have it be a battle royale, because that game was so nuts. Like where you could play against like the Nazi teddy bears. I mean, like the political incorrect humor in Conker's Bad Fur Day was just so much goddamn fun that I would love for them to do it again. I would love for them to actually have the balls to put that out there and to do it like that.
Was Conker in Diddy Kong Racing?
Yes, the very first. Yeah, Ray is 100% right. That's one of the reasons why I tied in Conker, because of Diddy Kong. But yes, the very first appearance of Conker was in Diddy Kong Racing back on the N64.
Wasn't Banjo in that game too?
I believe so, yes. And Diddy Kong Racing was, I don't want to say superior to Mario Kart, because it wasn't, but it was a solid kart racer.
Was it better than Crash Team Racing?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Anything's better than Crash Team Racing.
Ooh, that's a hot take. I don't know.
I personally don't like Crash Bandicoot. All right. Like I've never gotten into Crash Bandicoot.
Crash Bandicoot, come on.
Yeah. Like when I remember like when I was playing Uncharted 4, and it's all like, you want to play a level of Crash Bandicoot? And I'm like, I want to shoot fucking Nazis. All right. Or whatever the bad guys are in this one. South Africans. Fascist South Africans.
You want to shoot the militia group.
Yeah. I want to shoot the militias, the bad guys. I want to test out the bullet physics and how the AI reacts to it. I don't care about like jumping over, outrunning a boulder. I'm sorry. That's like been my life for 3 fucking years.
Wow. Okay.
I'm just saying, it's like,
has anyone made a meme of that? Of like you as Crash
yes. I've seen memes, I think, of me as the boulder and me running away from the boulder. I've seen a lot. Matt here with $2. Thank you, buddy. Says Tokyo Game Show this Thursday. What games do you hope get revealed?
I I don't know because
Nothing.
they already kind of said that Final Fantasy 16 is not going to be there. So that's the one thing I was hoping for. So I really don't know. I'm just going to go with like no expectations.
I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna. I mean, what didn't come out at Gamescom and didn't come out at E3. I don't know. I'm more interested in what's going to be coming out of Paris Games Week. I think Tokyo Game Show has lost its luster in recent years.
Well, it doesn't always have the breaking news, like new announcements. Sometimes they save it for later. Sometimes they show games that have already been announced or like older stuff.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see how things go. I don't know. I mean, look, whatever comes out, I'm down to see it because I mean. I like seeing what new announcements are made, but I'm also not big into, for one, like JRPGs aren't my jam. But I know everyone really likes the Yakuza series, and I'm told to always check out Yakuza. I just never.
You would probably like it if you like beat 'em up games.
I do like beating up games. Yeah. I do like beating up games really quite a bit.
Story. I mean, if you can just get, it is in Japanese audio with English subtitles, like it works well though.
Okay. I mean, there's definitely a lot there to check out. So, real quick, we're going to rapid fire some news tonight. I just want to rapid fire some stuff in order to dive into it. Right. And so, did you see this one today? Alan Taylor, Thor: The Dark World's director, has expressed his interest in doing an Alan Taylor cut of Thor: The Dark World, saying here, I would love to, but I don't think I'm going to get that phone call.
I mean, I wouldn't be against it, but I'm not like super interested. I'm like, it's like the great thing about Marvel is even though that movie wasn't great, they don't keep looking back. They just keep looking forward, So it's like, would it be cool? Potentially, but it's not something I'm like dying for. It's not something like I desperately want to see,
Well, I mean, considering the problems, I know that the movie had a lot of problems. I know that Taylor wanted it a certain way. Feige wanted it another way. Obviously,
he was also
at the end,
working on like multiple stuff at the same time. I think he's directing Game of Thrones or something else at the time. At the same time, he's doing Thor. Plus, he had to take over the last minute for Patty Jenkins.
Yeah, and I remember they flew out Joss Whedon all the way to UK for like 3 days. They quietly flew him out in order to punch up dialogue on some of this, like on 2 scenes or something.
Yeah, he did some reshoots. He was the one who did the remember that scene where Loki turned into Captain America?
Oh yeah, that was him.
Yeah, that was him. Yeah.
Okay, that does feel like Joss Whedon, but and that was actually a scene I really enjoyed in the movie too.
I think they brought in Whedon because I think they realized that Loki was going to be huge for the movie. So like, please, we got to put in way more Loki. Like, make this movie the Loki movie, basically.
That makes sense because I mean, I don't know what it would have been other than that. But here's the thing: I would like to see that alternate take. Because obviously, I mean, look, there's tonal differences in Thor: The Dark World that I think really hurt the movie. But at the same time, it was also
it's probably the worst
the villain, yeah,
the Marvel movies ever.
It was, and Christopher Eccleston deserved better, as an actor.
He barely spoke. He spoke in the alien language, with like 2 lines of dialogue in English.
I just think it was like I always thought it was just like, well, we need to do another Thor film to continue his adventure post Avengers. So let's just do something like this. But at the same time, this was also the first, I believe, not the first Marvel movie to come out completely after the acquisition of Marvel, right? But it was definitely like the first one. That and Iron Man 3 were really the first to kind of like be on their own outside of Paramount and Paramount's influence. Mm-hmm. And I mean, Iron Man 3 pulled in $1 billion, and people really kind of shat on that film too, which I think is an underrated film in my mind. But then you move up to Thor: The Dark World, and I think Thor: The Dark World had kind of this I think there's a lot that it had working against it, especially anticipation or expectations, simply because it's like coming off of Avengers and then Iron Man, both $1 billion movies. And then this one just was kind of, I don't want to say a dud, but it was kind of uneventful. But it did also feel, I don't know if you remember this, but did you notice in the escape from Asgard scene, there was like actual TIE fighter sounds?
Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah.
It felt like you were watching freaking like a Star Wars movie. And I kind of dug it, to be fair. I kind of dug it a little bit.
Yeah, there's some decent scenes in that movie. I mean, some of the stuff on Asgard was really cool. I liked exploring more of the realms, what more people wanted. It's just, again, the villains and that whole subplot was just very badly handled. Plus, it seemed like Natalie Portman was kind of phoning in a little bit too at some point.
Oh, well, if you watched What If, she also phoned it in there too. So, I mean,
I guess so.
She was like the weakest voice actress of that entire thing.
It's almost like celebrities can't always do voice acting.
Well, yeah. I mean, I thought Kat Dennings did pretty good, and Chris Hemsworth did pretty good as well. Plus, I loved the dynamic between Loki and Thor as like being brothers from another mother, but they were like drinking bros.
Yeah, that was funny.
I just like that they were
the giant frost giant, the Jotun version of Loki.
Oh yeah,
Is that
but
the same one from Loki, the show, where they had show the different variants of them?
I think so. Yeah, I think so. Probably was this way. Probably was. So there's no, sorry, Music Man says, I haven't seen the new What If yet. You're not really missing much, to be honest with you.
It's a comedy episode.
It's a comedy episode. There's nothing really there.
It's meant to be that's like the lighter episode before we get into like the crazy finale.
Yeah, it's definitely good. I think what it was too is I was trying to, my daughter was like really just like desperate for attention during it, and I was trying to like juggle her, my 2-year-old, and trying to watch that. So I'll go back and watch it again. But that's definitely something that I wouldn't mind seeing that cut of Thor: The Dark World, because I like alternate cuts of movies, but we're never ever gonna get it.
No.
So all right, here and then the next thing is this is an interesting one too, talking about James McAvoy. You know, about the possibility of joining the MCU, because this is on everyone's mind. This is literally on everyone's thoughts as we're going into Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. I mean, there's been some previs stuff that has kind of hinted at this,
but we don't know if a lot of pre-visual leaks. Yeah,
but we don't know if they're real or not. We don't know if they're real or not. And I know some people out there are going to go, no, they're real. But I'm just going to maintain we do not know until we see it on the screen. So I think we need to maintain that idea in general here. But he says it might be a reimagining of the mutants. If what happens next involves us, then that would be cool. But I'm not sure they're going to go that way. And he's also talked about how like he hasn't gotten a call from Feige.
Yeah, he's also said that he said if the writing's good, and he hopes the writing's good, which I felt was kind of funny. I wonder if that was like a dig at Dark Phoenix or some of the movies he's been in.
Yeah, I would argue probably like Apocalypse and Dark Phoenix were really not the best well written, which is so weird because First Class and Days of Future Past were very well written.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand what happened. I honest to God do not understand.
Bryan Singer lost his touch, and I've heard that, I don't know if this is true or not, but there are some rumors going around that Disney kind of like once the Fox acquisition was complete, they kind of tampered with the Dark Phoenix cut a little bit. They cut out a lot of stuff referencing like scrolls and stuff.
I know. Well, I think the scrolls were basically kind of like they were axed out, because Jessica Chastain said recently that she did not know her character name in Dark Phoenix until she saw the movie, which tells me that
didn't have a name. That was the whole point.
Yeah, or like whatever she did know, they changed, and they didn't tell her. You know, because I remember they went back and they reshot the whole like last act of that film.
Mm-hmm.
That was like the big thing that they did. And I have said that train sequence in Dark Phoenix was pretty goddamn awesome. So I was very happy with that train sequence in Dark Phoenix. Because I like that they finally let all the mutants go full on. Just here's our abilities. We're just going to do them. You know, not a lot of holding back, especially when Magneto grabbed all those guns and went just started unloading. I really like that train sequence. That shit was good. With any luck, we'll get there again. With any luck, we will be able to get to the point.
Do you think we'll get our first look at Doctor Strange in December with Spider-Man if it doesn't get delayed?
Well, yes. I mean, Doctor Strange is in Spider-Man, so we've already gotten our first look. Do you mean like a tease for the movie, or what do you mean?
Like a trailer for Multiverse of Madness.
I've been hearing. Well, I saw someone today say something along the lines that there was potentially going to be. What is it? That there was going to be something along the lines that what was it? That the trailer for Doctor Strange was reportedly going to come in November. So if they're doing it, they might do a teaser in front of Eternals and then a full trailer in front of Spider-Man, but they also may hold off on that and just do a teaser in front of Spider-Man, because whatever happens in the Multiverse of Madness is going to be a consequence of not only WandaVision, but No Way Home. So they may not want to spoil any of that. But then again, I'm also hearing today that what you've got is, what you have is the stupid fucking, I lost my train of thought. Yeah, I lost my train of thought on that one. It's something that's coming out. It's something I was reading.
Well,
That-
I heard there's a rumor that the second Spider-Man trailer is going to come out
Right.
in November.
Right. Thank you. It's that one. And at the end of it, they're like, oh, Toby and Andrew are going to end up being
It'll
in
be the
that
final
trailer.
shot. Yeah.
In the final shot of that trailer. And again, I think I still think that's like the stupidest thing is to put them in the marketing, but that's just me. I wouldn't do that.
It's going to maximize profits, though. To be fair.
Yeah. Yeah. I understand
And to be
why they
honest,
would
it's
do
like
it.
everybody knows at this point, except for the normies. So it's like the surprise was already ruined. To be honest, like the surprise will be how they're used and how much they're in the movie and what they do. You know. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Well,
We'll see what they
we'll
do.
have to wait and see on that one. Let's see here. Did I watch Major Grom yet? Any opinions on Daybreak? I didn't get the chance to watch Grom. It's very difficult for me, man. I'm going to try when I can try, but I can't promise literally anything. And then, Daybreak, I don't know. I've heard of it, but I haven't seen it. So I'm sorry, buddy. It is one of those things where it's just, some of those things are hard to get to, I kind of have to really pick and choose. So that is the unfortunate side of there being a lot to watch and having the kids. So anyway, here's the next one here. So Barbara Broccoli is saying that they're going to start searching for the next James Bond in early 2022. And I think they already have. I think they've already been looking.
They've already picked their choice.
Yeah, and you know what? I think Henry Cavill was in the running because I've seen a lot of people making that push recently. But what I think is going on essentially is that Henry Cavill is going to be doing that Argyle film, that franchise with Matthew Vaughn, plus Highlander, plus there's been rumors that they want to bring him back for the final Mission Impossible movie. Sure, I guess. Like I thought he kind of died in the last one, but
they can write it off. They can explain he didn't die.
I mean, well, they brought back the villain from number 5 and number 6, so it's like, all right, fine. I'm okay with that. And I'm pretty sure Chris.
He has a big old scar on his head or something.
Yeah, like right where his mustache is. It's just a gigantic scar. They call him Scar Stash.
Yeah, giant burn mark.
Yeah, like making fun of that whole controversy.
To be honest, I think for the new James Bond, they're going to cast a complete unknown.
I would hope so. I would really hope they do cast a complete unknown because all things considered, I felt like, Daniel Craig was not a complete unknown, but he was relatively unknown. Because I mean, even before then, the only things I really knew him from were like Tomb Raider and Munich. So those are the two things I really knew him from. And I know he was in Layer Cake, but I never saw Layer Cake. I just know he was in it.
I know some people were pushing for, what was his name? Regis Jean Page from Bridgerton. People are saying
it will not be a black guy. It will not be a woman.
You don't think it's gonna be a black guy?
Oh no, they've already said. Said. That's the thing is like this is the whole thing. Everyone's like, oh my God, they're gonna make James Bond woke. The broccoli. Sorry, I always say broccoli, but the broccolis are they've been in control this entire time. It's like a family affair. Do you really think that the aging daughter of the guy who's been like producing this, the family that's been producing these films since the 1960s, is all of a sudden going to go, hey, let's make James Bond a gender fluid otherkin who identifies as an attack helicopter? And you might, my name is Apache helicopter. It's my neo pronoun, They're not going to do that. They're not. It's always going to be he's always
no Idris Elba.
No Idris Elba. That was never on the fucking docket, dude. That was never on the docket. Not one damn bit. And people always, for some reason, run with that. I see these articles all the time. Oh, Bond should be this. Yeah, you can think Bond should be that, but guess what? That ain't going to happen. And Craig himself, when he was like, there shouldn't be a female Bond, just write a better female character. That's the exact same thing he would.
Yeah, I 100% agree with that, by the way.
Yeah, that is the right answer. But people want to make it out to be something else where they're just like, no, but you don't know. It should be this. No, you don't know. Bond is Bond. 007 can have a different person playing the role because it's a moniker. It's not a name. Stop with this fucking changing a character shit. I'm sorry. Like that. I'm maybe call me a tradcon on that one. I don't know. But I think if a character is written a certain way, make the character a certain way. That's how it's written. That's how it was created. That's how it's been in the lexicon of shit. And I mean, like if it's a minor character, I generally will tend to look the other way. Or if it's for a good enough reason, I have some, but if it's just done out of spite, or it's just done for the sake of doing it and it doesn't add anything to the role, then that's ridiculous. But in the case of James Bond, no. Bond fits a very specific demographic, and they're not going to fuck with that demographic, not one bit. But anyway, here, RPK asks, top 3 Bond choices. Mine are Henry Cavill, Pipe Dream I Know, Richard Madden, Michael Fassbender. Richard Madden did the show The Bodyguard, which apparently is like super good. I didn't know that. After he left Game of Thrones, he went over to do this show. I saw it's called The Bodyguard. I'm like, oh, it's just another one of those dramas out of the UK. But apparently it's like super phenomenal. And Michael Fassbender as Bond. I think if they were going to go that route, which I don't think they will, because I think he's a little bit on the too old side.
I think he'd be a better Bond villain.
He'd be a good Bond villain, but I just want that Magneto movie where he's in Argentina hunting Nazis. That is what I want. That is what I want. That would be dope as hell.
Fox should have made that movie.
Fox should have done that movie back at the time when they were going like, because you remember Fox for a while was like, we're going to develop a whole slew of spinoffs. But then Wolverine came out that they tampered with, and it got leaked out early, which that did not look good for them. Never mind the fact that the movie still had a very stellar opening weekend, but that's neither here nor there.
Well, X-Men First Class, the Magneto spinoff movie became X-Men First Class.
Oh, really?
Yeah, basically that's what happened. The initial idea of like some of the elements from that Magneto script basically got turned into First Class. Yeah, that's why that movie is such a big like focus on Magneto, and he's like honestly the main character of it. So
okay, yeah, I definitely that makes sense. I really, again, I love First Class. It's such a good movie, and I would love to see more out of that world. I felt that Days of Future Past were fantastic. You know, you can cut out the last 2 movies, but still, it's like at least we have those. Simon here says, hasn't anyone learned from the Doomsday reveal? Yeah, I know. It'll
be a different case though, because instead of it being what the hell, why'd you reveal that? Because nobody knew about Doomsday until that point. Everyone already knows that the other Spider-Man are in this movie. So having to be a big trailer moment to get, again, for a marketing push, so it's like, okay, everyone go rush out and go see this movie. It's a little different, I would argue.
Yeah, probably. No, you're right.
Would have been a genuine surprise.
I agree with you. It would have been, yeah, that would have been good. It would have been a little bit better. I'll
still never understand why they dropped, because that second trailer killed the momentum of that movie.
Well, I can tell you exactly why. Because people statistically like to have things spoiled. I'm not even lying. It's proven in trailers. People want to know what they're going to get, because there's been this thing. Because trailer companies will get footage, and they'll cut together the movie. And you ever watched a trailer and like there's this great line in the trailer, and then like all of a sudden there's like that line is not in the movie, or there's an alternate cut that's in the movie, and it kind of takes you out of that scene because because in your mind you have seen it that way, and that's the way you expect it. That's why people like to know it's in trailers, because they want to be able to know what they're going to see. It's such a weird thing. I personally, it's not that I avoid trailers. I just like, there are some that I just don't want to watch. Like, what was it? I actively avoided 2010's Predators. I didn't watch the trailer for it. Nothing. And then the movie came out, and I was working at the discount theater. I wasn't able to go and see it when it came out. And then we never got it at my theater, so I wasn't able to watch it there. And then I just kind of forgot about it until that fall when I bought it for like $10 on Blu-ray for Black Friday down in San Diego. And then I drove back to LA then the next day, and I got home and I popped it in and I watched it for the first time. And I was like, oh, hell yeah. I did not know what to expect with that movie whatsoever. Honestly, I think we need to go into more movies blind. I really do. I think we need to go into more movies blind and just like maybe have a general idea, but then just not ruin it for ourselves.
No, I agree. I think the leak culture and scoop culture have kind of hurt some things, honestly.
Well, it's because everything's slowed down. It's because everything is slowed down with theaters and whatnot that, you know, I mean, even now, like, again, in the next 10 years, movie theaters are in some capacity potentially going to die. Like, or maybe not all of them, but like a large percentage of them, because people are just going to be watching at home unless theaters can get you back in. And I'll tell you this, guys, here's my pitch for that. And then we'll move on. But my pitch for that essentially is what theaters should do is you have your initial, like, admission fee, right? So like let's say average it out like $12 after 6 p.m., which is still a fucking highway robbery. But let's say it's $12 after 6 p.m. That's your opening week cost. Week 2, or, you hold that for the first 2 weeks. Week 3, it drops down to $8. Week 6, it drops down to $4. Okay. You have a sliding scale that the longer a movie's in theaters, the cheaper it gets to see. Now the theater gets a larger cut of that. The studios don't, but because the studios make most of their money in the first couple weeks, right? So there's that. But then people who want to, like, more people might be going, okay, it's cheaper for me to wait 2.5, 3 weeks to go see it then. And then that gives the movies longer, or I should say more longevity in theaters versus, just kind of coming out and then 2 weeks later being gone. But at the same time, so many movies are coming out that they're just going to end up, being kind of pushed off to the side anyway. There's a whole bunch there that can be done with the theaters.
There's interesting experiments you could do for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. So, that's kind of the way I see it at this point, but we'll have to wait and see. With any luck, we'll get more out of that one here. When it comes to Bond, though, HBAR's here for $5 says they will announce it on October 5th, 2022, the 60th anniversary of Dr. No. Most likely. That is a lot of sense. Yeah. I have a feeling, HBARts, that you are 100% on the money on that one. Very true. And then RPK here says, if Idris Elba isn't good enough, no black man will get it. Idris Elba is doing a Luther movie for Netflix for going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I think eventually a black guy will play James Bond.
Nope.
Just give it.
Nope.
Not even if the Broccoli's die off or something.
No, they're just write a new character. Just write a new character. I don't understand how that is a problem or an issue.
No, I agree. I'm just saying. I just think it's an inevitability.
It's not an inevitability because Amazon won't allow it. Amazon. I don't think Amazon will allow it because they're going to have massive say in that as well because they're going to be the financiers.
Yeah, because that's true.
And they know that people are going to lose their shit. And like I said, if it's a gender fluid, mixed race, a non-binary, other can attack helicopter, right? And I'm being facetious, obviously, but it's like people are going to lose their shit, and you're just going to give people like the Phantom Menace more ammo. And since a lot of the people who watch Bond films are of the older variety and potentially the older male variety, that could end up
older conservative
male variety, exactly, because you don't see Bond really appealing to the younger demographic. That is, unless they cast someone like Taron Egerton. I'm just using him as an example because of the Kingsman connection.
Is going to be the next James Bond.
Yeah, God. Oh, yeah. That's something I could see happening more than Idris Elba. And I love Idris Elba. But it's just not the way it's going to go. Real quick here, Command Unit says, no stress. I don't want you to miss talking about it. Here's the thing, man. When I watch Major Grom, I'll make sure you're in the chat before we talk about it. I'll let it be known. 100%. And, okay. And then, Shogun here says Doomsday also didn't make sense because he was a villain for the end of the series, not for the second or whatever. Well, you have to understand the Doomsday connection in BVS was all a setup to kill Superman in order to push Batman to become a better person.
I still think killing him off was stupid. That's a conversation.
But they brought him back the next movie.
Yeah,
so it's like whatever
movie, which is a problem for Justice League movie. But
everyone knew it was going to happen.
I know. I'd like the Snyder cut. I just think killing him off this early was kind of a mistake. I think there was different ways you could have wrote around that, but it is what it is.
I still think it was fine. I still think it worked out for the opening because, again, you go to the Zack Snyder Justice League, and that one, it shows you the direct consequence of Superman dying and how that activates some other boxes, which then brings Darkseid. So it's kind of like there's like a domino effect there. That was the setup. Now we saw the payoff. Mm-hmm. And then they brought Superman back. And then now Superman's like, hey, Darkseid, eat a dick, bitch. And that was, and that's kind of a thing. So, that's something there to just consider on that one. All right. And then Rational here with $2 says, bold take, Andrew Garfield should be the next Bond. It's going to be a British guy. Andrew Garfield, I don't think is British.
I believe, no, he is.
He's
British. Yeah, he's British.
He's got a little bit too nasal. Could you imagine?
Yeah, I don't heard him talking interviews. He's British. He's got a thick British accent.
Honestly, it went over my head. Maybe I just wasn't paying attention to it. Is he British? Where the hell was he born? Andrew Garfield born. He was born, and he's an American British actor. Place of birth, Los Angeles.
Okay, I think his family's British. He was raised there or something.
Anyway, I do like Andrew Garfield. I do. I think he'd be good in something like that. But he may not want to. He likes to play those. I think after Spider-Man, he's kind of done with big studio films. to be honest with you.
Maybe. We'll see what happens after No Way Home, though. You never know.
Well, and speaking of that, H Bart's here with $2, buddy. Thank you. Says if they choose Tom Holland as Bond, I'm done.
No, he's not going to be James Bond. He
No,
can't
he's
be in
not.
everything.
Protoss here asks, what's wrong with the Black James Bond? There's nothing wrong with the Black James Bond, Protoss. It's not that at all. It's that the Broccolis are not going to do it. They've already said as much. Bond is not going to be a black person or a person of color or a woman or a minority. Bond is a straight white man. That is what they've already confirmed that it's going to be. What they need, and this is the whole point with No Time to Die is they write Bond for how he was originally written by Ian Fleming, but they change the world around Bond, and then he has to react to the changing world, which is actually a really interesting way of getting character development, because he has to then react, which means that the audience is reacting with him because he's the central point of view of the film. So there's nothing wrong with a Black James Bond, but why not make it like 008 or 006 or 009 or whatever, have him be a main character. That's why I'm excited to see Lashana Lynch in No Time to Die, because I think she's a good actress and I want to see how she's going to play 007. And then also work with Bond in the movie. So they're doing it there, I think, the best way. That's what I'm talking about. I have no issue with the Black James Bond. I would love to see Idris Elba. He did a movie called Bastille Day, which was an action thriller that was set in France and stuff. And I think that would be something that that would have been a good franchise for him. But if you haven't seen the show Luther, check out Luther. Luther is pretty great. So, all right. And then Andrew here, thank you, buddy, says, write another 00 agent role for Elba. Hasn't been done since 006, Alex Trevelyan in GoldenEye. Yeah, exactly. Sean Bean, by the way. Great role.
By the way, I think you skipped over Simon's section.
I did. Thank you. It says here, I'll be more impressed if there was a black Doctor Who. Now that could be a thing.
Technically, there already was.
Okay. Well, then another one.
Do you want me to say?
I don't watch Doctor Who.
They retconned it to where I believe they said that because this was back when they had Jodie Whittaker as the female Doctor. This is what got the Phantom Menace really upset over Doctor Who, is that they kind of retconned it to where the first Doctor, the first version of the Doctor, I think, was not the guy, the old man from like the 50s. It was this black woman, this black girl.
Okay.
Yeah, so they kind of retconned it, but So
okay. I mean, that could,
did it, but not exactly,
Sure. And I don't have a problem with that, because I personally have like no connection to the character, and also Doctor Who can regenerate into literally anyone he wants or she wants.
Yeah.
So it's not like there's like a set character archetype.
Yeah,
for
I'm
that.
excited for Russell T Davies to come back as showrunner, though. I think he could, I think he's going to do good with what he's doing. So.
Probably, most likely, going to end up doing. I know fans are really excited because they hated Chinball.
Chinballs, yeah, whatever his name was.
The Balchinian is how I kind of think about that one. But Connor here says, random note, imagine John Cena as the Invisible Man.
He already played that role in WWE.
No, there we go. H-Rod's here with $5, man. Thank you. Says, Die Another Day was going to have a Connery cameo and say he was the old Bond, thus making it a code name. See, I'm okay with that not happening. Right? I'm okay with that.
I think it takes away from the magic of each actor playing the exact same character,
Yeah. I'm totally okay with that not happening. It would have been cool to see, but it's cool that it didn't happen with me. Thank you for that one. Simon here, $2, man. Thank you. He says 2 birds in one show. I don't know what he's talking about.
I'm confused as well.
Yeah, I'm a little bit.
It's a joke. It's gone over my head completely.
Yeah, I don't. 2 birds in one show. I don't know what that is. You're gonna have to explain that, buddy. Thank you, though. All right. And then I know real quick, I'm trying to rapid fire this stuff here and it's going fast, which is great. But the next one here is Andor has wrapped filming, which is awesome because it's been in production now for over a year for 12 episodes.
Yeah. They've been talking about this show since Disney Plus was even going to be a thing.
Yeah. Didn't they at the
last year, 2019,
they announced it in 2019. They announced it at D23, where Alan Tudyk and Diego Luna came out to say it.
Mm-hmm. And then Alan Tudyk's not in the show.
Well, no. He's not in the show yet.
Yeah.
All right. Like, I think because, so what it was is he had said that he was going to go do the mocap. He was going to be on set. And I think what it is though is as Cassian Andor is not going to end up getting K2SO until probably like the end of the first season or maybe beginning of the second season. Because I think they're going to be doing this. There's going to be more than one season of Andor.
Yeah, I liked his quote, by the way. It says, "You'll see familiar faces."
Oh, yeah. Let me run that over. Oops, wrong one. Yeah, you'll definitely see familiar faces. And I'm hoping it's K2SO, but I have a feeling it's going to be like Mon Mothma. I think it's going to be like Hera Sabdullah. I think you're going to see people like Admiral Akbar.
If it's Hera
Oh, yeah, dude, come on. You know they're going to tie it into Rebels.
If they do Hera and Chopper, that'd be great.
Oh, man, that'd be great. You know,
by the way, did you hear apparently that we're going to get like 3 Star Wars shows in 2022?
Obi-Wan, Andor, and Mando season 3.
Yep. And that's not including the Marvel stuff.
No, that's not including the Marvel stuff. Marvel, what? She-Hulk, Moon Knight,
Miss Marvel,
What If season 2, most likely.
Secret Invasion.
Oh yeah.
Holiday special.
Oh yeah.
Basically every single month you're gonna have a show running.
You're gonna have a lot of Marvel content in the next year. I'm just looking forward to when we get an actual trailer for Andor, because at the Disney Investor Day back in December, they showed off that like 2-minute sizzle reel about like Tony Gilroy and like in the production, giving us an idea of what to see in the show. And they said they confirmed that it was 12 episodes, so it's longer than Mando. So it's like 1.5 seasons of Mando, and these are going to be like 45 to an hour long minute.
Yeah, it's going to be a meaty story.
It's going to be a big one, and it's going to obviously deal with like the Empire and them at their height of their power, and so like I am really excited for like the moral ambiguity of Cassian Andor. I'm really excited to see where they take that.
We're about a month and some days away from Disney Plus Day, so we'll probably know more soon.
Oh yeah, I think. Oh yeah. Also, Andrew here says Jimmy Smits. Definitely.
Bail Organa. Maybe a young Leia. Do you think? Maybe.
I hope not. Cam here says Sabine Wren could be there. But I agree with you, Andrew.
Sabine,
the what?
The rumor about Sabine that they're looking to cast a black actress. So
no, I didn't hear that rumor. I heard they're looking to cast an actress, but like I thought it was going to be an Asian woman.
Well, that's what everyone thought, but apparently looking at a black actress currently. So prepare for the raid is all I'm saying if she does get cast.
Okay. Yeah, well, there's that. And then hold on here. Denzel, thank you, Simon. Says Denzel Washington said a similar statement regarding Birds when both he and Halle Berry both won Best Actor categories at the Oscar. I still don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what's that in reference to. What's a bird? Is it
like the phrase like kill 2 birds in 1 stone?
Well, no, I know that, or a bird in the hand is worth 2 in the bush. But I get that. I know kill 2 birds 1 stone, but I don't understand what Denzel or Halle has to do with Star Wars.
I'm confused too.
I'm super confused. I'm sorry, Simon. I'm super confused, man. I'm trying to figure it out.
Did you get H parts, by the way?
I just saw it here. Jarbo v Spectre. Damn straight.
Yeah. Jarbo v Spectre.
Damn straight. I'm with you here, Connor. I am hyped for Andor. I'm really excited to see what that's.
I don't think Ahsoka will be in the show though. No Ahsoka.
I don't know if Ahsoka is going to be in Andor. I don't think so. But then again, there could be references to Fulcrum. I have a feeling we are going to get references to Fulcrum. And if we get the references,
like clones like the Bad Batch could pop up.
Possibly. Oh,
that'd be amazing.
I think we are going to get clones. I think we might get Rex. I think Tamara Morrison is in it for the long haul, man. I do. I think he's in it for the long haul.
So busy.
I think he's going to they're going to.
The thing is though with Tamara Morrison, right? It's like, is he going to be able to because each clone is a little different, right? He's going to have to play different versions of himself constantly.
Well, yeah,
it's a tough challenge for an actor.
I know. Well, I'll tell you what I kind of hope. I'll tell you what I hope. I hope that if they do clones and they have the helmet on, that D. Bradley Baker does the voice, and that just Boba is Tamara Morrison.
Yeah, you could do that. If they have their helmets off, it's got to be tomorrow.
Oh yeah, 100%. Helmet off with D. Bradley doing the ADR, 100%. Geeks here asking, could we get Thrawn in Andor? We could get the introduction. Well, I mean, we could get the introduction of Thrawn in Andor. Yeah,
Maybe.
Yeah.
I still think they're the same for Ahsoka though.
probably. Well, I think they might introduce him. Like we might get a reference in Andor because Andor is going to set up what comes next, guaranteed. H Bart's here says we need a Cody conclusion. I completely agree.
That'll probably be in Bad Batch season 2.
Yeah. Tony here says, how about Agent Callus? Do you think he'll show up? I'm hoping David Oyelowo. I'm still probably butchering that name.
No, you got it actually.
Oh, I did. Okay. I'm hoping he comes in as Callus, and I know he's not going to be like the right skin tone. And that's going to piss off some people, but it's his voice. And I'm totally on board with that. Cause that at least makes
it.
You can easily retcon it. Yeah. Like you can do whatever with it, but I really liked him in the role and if he came back, I'd be very happy. I'd have no issue with that. Cause even though it's not like visually canon, it's vocally canon. And you know what? You can make it work, right? You can make it work. Now Andrea says Thrawn needs to show up after Return of the Jedi. Yeah, he does. But in Rebels, which was before A New Hope, he showed up. So he was still active in the Empire at the end of the Empire. So establishing him as a villain now.
He could be existing around that time.
Yeah. Establishing him as like at least the presence of him in the canon right now would then make it easier on Ahsoka down the road of having to establish him as a bad guy. Because remember, not everyone has seen Rebels, and not everyone is going to go see Rebels.
Because some of the normies were saying, "Oh, it's a cartoon for kids. Why am I going to watch that?"
Yeah. So it could literally be whatever. I don't quite know yet. Either way, obviously it's going to be kick-ass to watch whatever happens next. I can't wait for Andor. Disney Plus Day is only like 6 weeks away. So it's going to be great to see what comes out of that one. And I'm super hyped. So here is the great news of the day. R. Kelly has been convicted of racketeering and sex trafficking by a federal jury in New York, guilty on all counts.
Yeah, this came very, I didn't know the trial was going on, to be honest. I wasn't paying attention, and I saw the verdict in my feed. I'm like, oh crap, he's guilty on all counts.
Oh yeah.
And he's probably going to go to jail for the rest of his life, apparently.
Most likely. And then a lot of people out there, he had a lot of supporters out there. All right. I mean, he does. He faces.
Really?
Yeah. There were people outside. He had supporters outside of the courthouse that were playing his music and everything else. So the jurors deliberated for only 9 hours to reach their verdict. That is not long. They found him guilty on all counts. He now faces decades in prison and is scheduled to be sentenced May 4th, 2022. If he is, I don't know if he is.
That means he's going to just sit in prison until May?
I don't know if he'll sit in prison until May. I mean, if they let him out, he's going to kill himself. Make no mistake about that. He'll do that.
Or he's going to run away to some other country.
Nah, he's not going to be Brian Laundrie. He's not going to do that shit. That's going to be the thing. He's going to, I don't think, look, I hate to say this, but R. Kelly ain't making it to prison, if you know what I mean.
No, probably not.
He ain't making it to prison. And that's the sad, the thing is the dude deserves to pay for his crimes 100%, man. Because for 25 years, he apparently abused young women without consequences. And now he's been found guilty. This is karma. This is the justice system. But I think the dude's too much of a coward to actually do anything.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting following the sentencing of what they do, so.
Shogunner says, damn job. What? I'm just saying, it's like the guy's a coward.
So just real quick, you agree though that he is guilty, right? You think?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Dude, he was 27 and he married a Leo and she was 15.
Yeah, that's gross.
That dude has had a thing for young women forever. And that was back in the 90s, that was a deal. I mean, Aaliyah kind of put out a song called Age Ain't Nothing But a Number. And everyone knew what that song was about back then. And this guy was doing some crazy shit. He was, withholding women from their families and all sorts of crap and all sorts of other things. So yeah, I think he's guilty.
Jesus Christ, John.
Which R. Kelly's going to be the urinal for somebody.
That's bad.
I get that reference. Do you know what that reference is, right?
I believe so. Yeah.
It's from that was back in the day. He was accused of pissing on a girl. And it was on tape. I mean, Chappelle made a whole bit about it. I'm a piss on you. You know?
Yeah. That by the way, that CBS interview that he did where he's like, I'm fighting for my mother effing life. That's
Yeah.
the memes of that, dude. That was crazy.
Oh yeah. Oh, I know. Lord Slug here says that interview showed he is unstable. Oh yeah, he's absolutely unstable. Kira here says Epstein.
He could be the next Epstein. What you're describing happens.
No, he's not. Oh, come on. Epstein's alive. I'm not even making, look, this is a hot take. It's a super hot take, but hear me out. Epstein didn't kill himself because Epstein's not dead. They want you to think Epstein is dead. All right. Here's why. When everything about what happened inside that jail cell makes no sense, right? It just makes no sense. They left him unattended for a couple of hours. He was somehow able to like hang himself using, I think using the bed sheet or whatever. But I'll tell you the key thing here. When they wheeled his body out, and there was a report, there was someone there with a high quality, a high power, DSLR was able to get a perfect profile shot of his face. As at the time he was alive. They were taking him to the hospital, but he was blue. They were able to get a shot of his profile, letting us know that he was in dire straits, and then he was announced dead a little bit later. A billionaire who had dirt on everybody. And, oh yeah. So, I mean, obviously, people think he didn't kill himself. Yeah. Cause I don't think he's dead. I don't think he's dead. I think they faked it. I think he's out there.
You don't think other people killed him?
No, I don't think I think he had contingencies in place. Someone like that's going to have contingencies. If I died, this happens. Like the docs drop. You know what I mean? Like if I died, this is what's going to end up, coming out. Because he covered his ass before. Remember, he was able to like work a deal with like the Miami DA in order to serve no time whatsoever. No, he was in a halfway home, and then during the day he could report to he went to his office and he basically just hung out. And then he was, it was a sweetheart deal that was absolutely like completely wrong. But that guy ended up being an appointee of Donald Trump in the when Trump was in office. So there's connections there. I'm sorry. Trump and Epstein were really solid friends, man. They were good. They were tight buddies.
Was he friends with Bill Cosby?
I don't know if he's friends with Bill Cosby, but he was friends with apparently Bill Gates reached out to him at one point in time.
Oh, jeez.
And Bill.
What happened to Bill Cosby? He's still in jail, right?
No, Bill Cosby's out, man.
Oh, he got out?
He got out on a technicality. And that technicality could even potentially be used to like Harvey Weinstein's defense team is gonna jump on that shit. But Bill Cosby's out, and they're probably not going to retry him because he's already like in his mid to late 80s.
Yeah, he's not gonna go much longer.
I mean, but he's out, yeah. And so it's like, dude, everything is insane right now. But I'm just saying, that's my take on that. It's the only conspiracy theory I allow myself to believe. Is that Epstein ain't dead. And I think my logic is kind of sound. So there was it. Anyway, H Bart's here. It says, what if Epstein ratted on everybody? Then people would be locked up. But I've
heard some things right now.
I mean, dude, even Ghislaine Maxwell took forever for her to get busted after the fact. They have video of his autopsy. Have you seen the video of his autopsy? Because they generally don't release the video of someone's autopsy. So, but I agree. I think they have a dead man switch. Anyway.
They'll cover this in that Inside Job show on Netflix.
Yeah. I had a friend asking, like, are you off your meds again? I'm not off my meds. I'm not off. I'm just telling you. It's like, I'm just telling you, man. Like, look, he's probably dead. All right. But it's like everything. I mean, rich people can get away with a lot of shit. All right. And a really, really, really rich guy who's got dirt on a lot of fucking people can get away with a lot of shit. All right. Like some people are going to fall. Some people are going to get are going to get hit. But there are who went to the St. John Island, right? Little St. John. Who went there? They have flight records. We know. I think Bill Clinton was there. Him and Trump are really good friends. There was like, what's going on? There's a lot there that we don't know of. And it's like, because I think some powerful people are implicated. So anyway, that's my point on that. I know it's all over the place. I apologize for that shit. Anyway,
I would transition from Epstein back to
let's get off of that. We'll talk about we will talk about Hold on, I hit the wrong button. We'll bring. All right, let's talk about Venom. Okay, let's talk about the Venom and in this roast me game that they've done.
Yeah. So today was Venom Day.
Today was very much a Venom Day.
Yeah, because the reason it was Venom Day is it's a marketing push. They did exclusive fan screens across the United States today, so they celebrated by it being Venom Day. It's just a big marketing push on social media.
Yeah, and there's been a lot of pushback from people, especially over the "is Venom gay" thing.
Yeah, I actually posted a video on that,
and you did, and there's I'm going to talk about that here in a second. But so Venom itself, the Twitter account, put out a thing today saying Eddie says no eating people today, but roasting is allowed. So if you can handle a bite from me, comment #Venom roast me below.
Remember, they said if you can handle it.
Yeah, if you can handle it. So this guy right here named Nathan Little said, Venom, roast me. And then Venom, whoever was running it, says, is that your girlfriend or your sister? And it's referring to the young lady in the image with Nathan in the profile. Now, that is a mean comment. That is a mean comment, in my opinion.
Oh, it's hilarious.
It's hilarious. I would laugh my ass off at that personally. But Nathan deleted the tweet.
And then he privated his account.
And then he privated his account, right? And so, he's 24, he's a cosplayer, he's a massive comic nerd, and a low budget Green Arrow.
He's from England.
Yeah, it's from England, yeah. And so then not only did he private the account, he got rid of the account.
Oh shit.
He has since deleted the account, probably for 30 days, wait for this shit to die down and then come back. Although the guy's got nothing to be worried about. Like it's a barb. It's definitely like,
to be honest, if he would have I know it would have been crazy because I know he would have got a lot of like people coming in like, oh shoot, you got destroyed by the Venom account. If he would have embraced it, I think it wouldn't be like blowing up like negatively for him. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I just would have, dude. If he would have said that to me, you know what my response would have been?
I would have laughed at it.
No, I would have quote tweeted it and just said both. Right? Because that is playing into the joke. That is showing you you can take a joke and you can deal it out and you can have a good time with it.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing.
Did the Venom account delete the tweet though?
You know what? It's possible that they did.
Because I think people are talking about that they deleted the tweet. So the social media intern who published that might have gotten in trouble.
Let me take a quick look here. I'll bring up the page. Maybe that would be pretty sad though, in my opinion, if they got rid of it.
They still kept roasting people. They roasted IGN, celebrities. Some of my own Twitter mutuals. I know that guy Fidel got roasted by him too. I mean, they kept doing it. I mean, it wasn't like something they stopped doing once this thing happened. So
yeah. Hold on. Let's see. I'll just bring it up. I'm scrolling through right now. I'm pretty sure they deleted it because if he deleted it, they probably deleted it. Okay, let's see. I mean, like, is that a self-portrait? I think it's time to see the dentist. I mean, like, look, it's just like talking some trash. Like, it's whatever. That's
man.
That's a head I wouldn't even eat. Like, all right, they just.
Oh, there's Fidel right down there. Games
Which
Cage.
one? Which one?
Games Cage.
I didn't see it.
Right. Go up a little bit. It's that one, and the award for winning the most brand logos goes to.
Oh, okay. All right, yeah. I mean, people, got a kick out of this one
too.
Oh yeah, and then I'm pretty sure they got rid of that. Man, that was a mean one.
Oh, look, they made fun of IGN.
Oh, look, it's gamer nerds. They might have toned it down after the fact. Yeah, they got rid of it. They deleted it. I look, I kind of understand that to an extent. I kind of get it. Like, all right, like it's kind of funny, but the guy's like, all right, like whatever.
It was a great roast though, to be fair.
It was really funny. It was really funny. And that guy's, look, he's English. They can take a joke. I don't understand it.
Yeah, it might not. Well, to give him credit, maybe he thought it was funny, but maybe it's because other people jumped on him. Maybe that's why he deleted and chose to deactivate because it was other people who were doing that. But
Oh, where other people jump. Oh yeah. Well, if other
I'm just
people
saying
were,
this could have been a possibility. Maybe.
yeah, if other people were like were dogging on him, then I can understand that being a thing. I can understand that because that would make
Yeah. So in your opinion, was this Venom Day a marketing blunder?
no, actually, like we're talking about it, and we're laughing about it,
Yeah.
you know. And so I mean, then again tonight they also did the screenings. They did fan screenings.
Yeah. A lot of people around the country have already seen the movie now. So.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Well, what's funny?
And
They're marketing this movie as if it's dropping on Thursday because they're starting to like play the movie. I noticed like in my local theater, the first showings at like 3 p.m., which is weird because typically they don't show movies that early on Thursdays.
yeah, it's my girlfriend's 40th birthday that day, so I will not be able to get out that early to go and see it. I gotta do the boyfriend thing, which is totally fine. I'll just, if anything, I'll go see it like really late Thursday night. I might not even do a stream that night. I might even skip it just to be able to go out and go see it and then come back and talk about it. Because here's the thing, I want to talk about the big controversy surrounding Venom. You know, the big controversy here
Besides the roasting,
is besides the roasting, it had another big thing today. A lot of people kind of freaking out there. You know, according to out.com, Venom has reportedly a coming out scene. And
yeah, and you're seeing some clickbait thumbnails of people like the Quartering saying that Venom is now gay, and even Nerdrotic himself, Gary Buchler, talked about it on his little
yeah,
stream today.
And he went off in like a really kind of odd way, to be like, he went off on a lot of weird things.
Well, he said something about LGBT people who think they're outsiders, just want to like play the victim card, and he started talking about there's no real problems for them. Like, what? Like, you've been accepted by society thanks to your predecessors. Just be happy. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah, like that to me doesn't make make a lot of sense.
Yeah, I did a
there.
whole video about it earlier today. Yeah, it was just baffling to me. Because again, they're not understanding what Andy Serkis is actually saying. It's like they're listening to what he's saying, but they're not actually listening, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. So this is what it says. In a new interview with Uprock, Serkis talked about taking over directorial duties from Ruben Fleischer and how he used the film to ship the two characters. I hate that term "ship," by the way. Absolutely.
Ship it, though. That's
no,
thing.
I know. There again, it's just, I hate that term because it's kind of like this blanket bullshit. Saying here, absolutely, they do love each other, and that's the kind of center. That's kind of the center of the movie. It's that love affair, the central love affair. Now, I think what he's maybe referring to there is them learning to accept each other.
Exactly, because he talks about that at one point in the movie. They're gonna have a breakup scene, and Venom goes off on his own. And the coming out scene is him admitting that he likes Eddie and he wants to bond with him. Right? He prefers when they work together instead of being separate, because Venom tries to strike it out on his own and it doesn't work. It's like Eddie's really the only one that's really out there for him at this point.
Oh, okay. And also, like, I mean, so at no point does it turn into Brokeback symbiote. It's just, you know.
Well, Gary said he wants to sit in the theater and hopes that Venom goes up a certain place in Eddie Brock's body. So I don't know.
Yeah, I don't.
That was a very weird comment by him too.
Yeah, I mean, I was watching your video on it today, and like some of the times, it just the more I look at Gary, the more he just comes across like a frail old man that sits in an angry shed, growing out his fingernails and writing angry letters to the government while pissing in jars. Like, he just comes across like a fucking Howard Hughes looking motherfucker. He looks like, if you go and you look at some of his facial expressions, he looks legitimately frightened. Like, his eyes are wide open. Like, I'm telling you, like, I'm just going to say it. I think there's substance abuse going on again. Oh yeah. You look at some of his thumbnails, some of his facial, you can tell, like, dude, something's going on with that. You know what? And that's my take. And I hope he gets help, because I think he needs it. He's also a fucking raging bigot and homophobe. Anyway, going on here, it says Tom Hardy and co-writer Kelly Marcel were always talking about Venom coming out and going to a party, and that was sort of an LGBTQIA kind of festival. I think that's the rave, right?
Yeah, it's the rave scene, and again, that's when Eddie and Venom are split up.
Okay. So this is his coming out party. Basically, this is Venom's coming out party. Adaprin here says, Matt, I'm like, what? I have opinions. You know, I have two eyes. I can see dilated pupils. Potentially, allegedly. And I just don't like Gary. All right. He continues saying that there's an obvious parallel between Venom's story and the stories of LGBTQ plus people. Says in the movie, we must stop this cruel treatment of aliens. You know, we all live on this ball of rock. You know, so he's inadvertently becomes kind of, he's speaking for the other. He's speaking for the freedom of the other.
Yeah, it's kind of like him talking, like he gets the crowd worked up because everyone can relate to when you have a bad breakup with like a significant other or a friend or something. Plus two, it's almost like an allegory for the LGBT community. But again, the whole point of that scene and the reason the interview even happened is because the writer was like, hey, this is oddly similar to what you're like the experience of coming out. Is that intentional? He's like, yeah, it kind of was. You took inspiration from that. It's not them trying to say that he's gay or anything. It's just them saying, yeah, it's kind of coded as a coming out scene, but it's not exactly that. It's more so the movie's about their love and them bonding and learning to work with each other. But it's not like, you know, basically Venom's not gay, guys. He's not gay. Okay.
Like, and it wouldn't matter. It wouldn't matter if he is gay.
No, it doesn't matter either. Like,
but an alien symbiote, like, you know, doesn't. I mean, look, if Carnage is born from Venom, obviously it's an asexual reproduction. So, you know, and
asexual. The whole point is that the symbiote's gonna like the host, because why else would he stick to Eddie and just not kill him? You know.
Yeah. Well, he could. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, as we learned in the first movie, if they reject the host dies. Mm-hmm. But I feel like also
move on from the host too if they wanted to.
Yeah, I mean, there's the whole you know montage about the other symbiote coming over to America. So, saying here, fans loved Eddie and Venom's odd couple dynamic in the first film. The two have great chemistry, and at one point, the symbiote even has the idea to kiss Eddie when it's being warned by Eddie's ex-wife, played by Michelle Williams.
See, but was that the symbiote, or was that the symbiote bringing out Michelle Williams' character's personality?
It was the latter on that one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So, you know, that's the whole point. He wouldn't do that. So, I mean, look, is he coming out like in a gay way, or
yeah.
You know, no.
Well, I like the line too, where it's like, due to the lack of queerness in the MCU, Venom probably should be gay. That way we get some gay representation. I'm like,
is that what Gary said?
No, that's what the out.com said at the very end.
Jesus fucking Christ, man. You know, like, no, that's not going to happen. There are gay characters,
original gay characters they can bring in, which they already are. So,
yeah, I think at this point, what we're seeing essentially is just like a lot of hyperbole.
What pisses me off though is when you have Jeremy the Quarter making these clickbait thumbnails and these titles where it's like, you read the comments, it's like, well, I guess I'm not seeing the movie anymore. F this movie. I was gonna give my money, but not anymore. Andy Serkis went woke. Yada yada yada. It's like, and the video is like, I don't know what they're actually gonna do in the movie. I just think it's queer baiting and woke marketing to try and drum up interest.
It's like, yeah, and it's like, and he doesn't even understand what queer baiting is. To be fair, like, give me an example.
Well, they both said queer baiting.
Oh no, I heard that. I did hear that. Yeah. Which means that Gary probably made the video, and then the Quartering made it afterward or something.
Actually, I think the Quarter went first. For the first time.
Well, I don't know. Maybe they all run in the same circle. They all here's the thing. They saw somebody else say it. That's the point.
Yeah.
They heard somebody else say it, and they're like, I'm going to use that term because that's what wokies use, and I can use that as a way to. All it is it's coded language to jab at them. That's all it is.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. Anyway, we'll figure it out. Matt here says Venom is a lie. He bonded with Spider-Man, Hulk, Captain America, Wolverine, Scorpion, Flash Thompsons. Eddie is the only one for him. Venom is a hoe. Yeah, well, he liked it, so he should have put a fucking ring on it. How about that shit?
Mm-hmm. I mean, to be fair, like I pointed out in my own video, like there is a level of homoeroticism with the Venom character in the symbiote. I mean, it has existed before. I mean, if they want to lean into that cheesiness, there's nothing wrong with that, you know, if they chose to, but they're not really doing that. So the people overreacting and saying, oh my God, they turned Venom gay. How dare they? It's like, no, it's not what's going on.
I never got that vibe though.
Neither did I, but like if someone else wants to read into that way, then good for them. You know, I'm not gonna like say you're wrong if you feel that way.
Well, I mean, yeah, I get it. Like, I get it. You know, I think in some way though, it's like that, you know, I think that it's kind of like, I'm just, you know, it's the people who argue that you don't need canon, right? I think is ridiculous when you have a connected universe, because canon actually applies, you know? And so if you want to read into somebody and you want to like identify with that character and you're trying to find that connection, that says more about you than that character. And people have their own headcanon. Tumblr has made that remarkably famous.
Yeah, that's fan fiction everywhere.
It's all fan fiction. It's not meant to. The problem though is when that kind of like shipping commentary gets like any kind of mainstream mainstream coverage on like Twitter or something, where it's like, oh, you know, why didn't this, what was the big one where like these two characters didn't get together and like people lost their shit?
Oh,
It's
Falcon
happened.
and Bucky.
Falcon and Bucky, right? Yeah, they didn't become fucky, you know, like they
Yeah, well, they said that Marvel was queer baiting because they rolled around in the fields with the flowers and they had like the sexual attention in the therapy session or whatever. People were like, they're trying to code them as being gay and they're not doing it or whatever.
Wait, when do they
saying.
roll around in the fucking flowers?
Remember they trip and fall and they roll around together in the flower field. That was in episode 3 or 4.
No, I need to watch it again. But
Yeah,
no,
some people
yeah,
said
it's
that. Yeah, people were like, "Oh my god, they got so close to kissing." That was a real thing.
yeah, I don't know. Here, Rational Skeptic asked a question: how does Eddie keep Venom from coming out when Eddie is having sex with a girl? I don't know. Maybe she doesn't know that Venom comes out, and she just thinks Eddie has a really huge wang.
Well, you know, maybe when Eddie's having sex, and maybe when his partner really wants to get blacked, Venom comes out.
Yeah, maybe. Oh my god! What?
No, I'm just saying. I mean,
Either way, he's just gonna go on Tinder and be like, "Listen, you have to have a fetish for black.com. That's how this is gonna work."
Listen, he can, he operates on multiple levels.
All right, that's okay. Andrew here with $2 says, "Guys, Venom is not human." All right, this is furry talk. Yeah. Well, Command Unit here says, "Do it like 40K, where you don't know what is canon." See, this is the thing. Canon is important. Canon is absolutely important.
And characters, yeah.
Yeah, when you're having this kind of thing, like 40K is a lot going for it, and there's a lot of different avenues with it. But this is like a cinematic universe, which implies canon. So you kind of have to maintain canon. But I get what you mean. Max here says RJ is compromised. John here, I don't know. Venom has tentacles. Rule 34. Yeah, it could be Ventai, right? We could call it Ventai.
Listen,
that could be Venom. Rule 34 is Ventai.
No, like I said, Venom's already on black.com. It's fine.
Okay. Hold on. Apparently there was a free super chat from Elmo.
Oh, it's that thing with the memberships.
Yeah, no, I know. I don't see it in StreamYard, so I'm trying to find it on the I know Andrew. I'm sorry, Andrew, I did miss the one. Who else remembers the Revenant's bear rape scene? Yeah, that was pretty crazy. The scene that's the scene that won Leo the Oscar.
Yeah. I hadn't seen The Revenant yet, and everyone told me that the bear raped him. I'm like, what? He didn't rape him. He just mauled him. There was no.
Well, no. The joke is getting raped by the bear. That's the joke. The joke is like
that beat up.
He got mauled to fuck by a bear. That's the joke.
Okay, because some people take it literally, where it's like
no. That bear did not penetrate him with his bear penis. He fucked him up with his claws, or it was a mama bear. I don't know. But the joke is that the part in the movie where he got raped by a bear. That's really what it was. But to answer to Real Elmo Cinema here, with this free super chat, thank you, buddy. Appreciate that. It says, so is Eddie's come black because of Venom?
I don't want to think about that.
Are we talking like racially ethnic, or are we talking just like the black oil from X-Files?
It's like Venom ooze.
Like, yeah. You know what? I don't know. I don't know. There's a mixture of like, it's a viscous texture. I do not know. I don't know. Hold on. And many multiple news outlets ran with the rape story.
They did.
Wait.
They kept saying, that Leo got raped by the bear.
Well, it's a meme.
No, they took it seriously though. That's why everyone got confused.
Wait, what? Really? I always knew it as a meme.
No, they thought they took it seriously.
No, come on. Hold on. Now I'm looking this up. Okay. All right. Jesus.
What the hell did you find?
Oh my, just some of the headlines here. The Independent.co.uk, December 1st, 2015. Leonardo gets raped by a bear in The Revenant. Then in the same website, the Independent.co.uk, from December 18th, 2015. Leonardo DiCaprio addresses those ridiculous bear rape rumors. This is
Makes it sound like it happened in real life to him.
This is an actual fucking headline. That's on the Independent. Oh my God. Look, there are some things in this world that we are blessed with, my friends. And this headline is one for the absolute ages. I mean,
people took it seriously.
I did not know. Like, I mean, he says it's absurd, obviously, but like the joke is, like even, okay, hold on here. All right. So the story, I should maybe do a video on this. So according to this, Leonardo DiCaprio spoke up about that shocking bear attack in the Oscar heavy hitter film The Revenant after early reports claimed that he was raped. I shouldn't laugh at this, but I'm not laughing at sexual assault, by the way, guys. DiCaprio probably didn't help matters when he spoke of the intimacy of both man and beast in the controversial scene. Early audiences were left shocked and disturbed by the graphic scenes in his new film where a grizzly bear attacks the actor's character. The Führer concentrated on the moment where the bear appears to mount DiCaprio from behind and somehow took it as a sexual element. Rumors and accusations, and by the way, this is like horribly misspelled. It's on the express.co.uk.
Oh, Jesus.
Rumors and accusations spread like wildfire on the internet and threatened to overshadow the artistic merit and promotional campaign of the prestige product. The studio was forced to issue an urgent statement when a shocking story broke on the internet. The bear flips Leo over and thrusts during the explicit mauling, said one report. He is raped twice.
What the?
Yeah, the bear flips glass over on his belly and molests him. Dry humps him, actually, wrote another after seeing the film. The internet exploded, with one site even going as far to declare DiCaprio raped by bear. I honestly thought it was a meme. I did not realize that this was an actual thing. Yeah. I did not. This is new to me. I honestly thought that it was just a joke.
Everybody who hadn't seen the movie thought that's what happened.
I knew he got mauled by the bear in the movie, but I thought like it was just like, like that was like 4chan.
Yeah, no, everyone knew he got mauled, but they added that extra step to it where
it's not a real fucking bear.
Well, no, nobody thought it was a real bear. They thought
just like that's going to be
a character. Yeah.
Oh my God. Anyway, Jess here says we are now talking about furry stuff. Thanks to the Anka video, now everyone is questioning their furriness. We're not. Well, no, we're not talking about that.
What the hell's the Anka video?
I don't know what the Anka video is. I don't know. You guys go off a little bit weird sometimes. I love you all, but like I'll read the chat while we're talking, and they're in a completely different hemisphere sometimes. Anyway, Venom is handling condom duty for Eddie. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, he could really sheath that penis. Think about that for a second, right? Like you'd have a built-in prophylactic.
No.
And that prophylactic can be a shapeshifter. So it could be ribbed for her pleasure, or it could be as thin as lambskin. But either way, nothing's getting through. We're not talking 99.5% protective. We're talking full on 100%. And since Venom likes to eat heads, maybe that is a euphemism.
I don't know.
Maybe what it's really trying to say is that, Venom swallows.
Wow.
Only on Hollywood After Dark, friends. Only on Hollywood After Dark. Shidoko here says, look up the Anka video. Anka.
You might as well look it up.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck it is. Okay, Anka video, Twitter. What is this? It's an Egyptian cat animal. What the fuck? I don't know. What am I looking for here?
What is it?
Wait, hold on. Is this like, I'm not showing this on screen, guys. All right. Like, I'm not showing this
How
on
bad
screen.
is it?
It's like Egyptian cat furry porn.
How do you wait? How do you know?
I'll send it to you privately.
No, I don't want to.
Yeah, it's fine. You're fine. Hold on. You're a big boy. You can handle it. All I'm saying is, like, for one, her areolas are like way too big. Anyway, Andrew here says, RJ, are you claiming it up now or claiming it up now? Fourth says, put it on screen. I'm not putting it on screen.
It wasn't even the video. It was just random artwork.
It's just random artwork. I don't know what well, maybe there's a video somewhere. Maybe there's a video.
Yeah, you probably found porn by accident.
No, nothing on Twitter is by accident. Okay, hold on. Let's see here. There's a guy here. Here's my Anka Zone wrap out the original video. Okay, so some guy's watching it. Meme song plays. It looks like something is happening with this character. Why am I looking this up? Like, what you guys are talking about this shit. I don't know what I'm looking up here.
I don't know what's going on anymore.
I don't know. There's like a cosplayer who's done cosplay of this.
It looks like an Animal Crossing character.
I don't know what I'm looking for here. You know, you guys are talking about some Anka video.
I'm an Animal Crossing character, because that would explain a lot.
I'm assuming. All right, I'm gonna move on because honestly, I don't know what you guys are saying right now. You guys are like talking about some shit I don't even know. Let's see. Andrew here says areola are singular. No, she's got two. Just you see one of them and it's more pronounced than the other, but I'm saying they're a bit bigger. Yeah, Kira's like, listen, he's got kids in school. That's right. Andrew here says you're all going to hell. Dude, you have no idea the shit I've seen. Chrome AI knows Jarbo's search history. Well, the Chrome AI would know that, yes. None of you guys know. All right, I'm
you want to reset your search history, it stays the same.
Yeah, Adaprinter says this stream has definitely been a rather interesting one. And we're on the shorter side too. So there's that as well. Okay, and then Bite Me here says, yes, the bear jism is getting oh my god. All right. Let's see here. Jess here says the video got popularized by TikTok.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Some musician played the instrument in front of it because there was a dancing part to it, but apparently nobody knew it was porn. So all these innocent people apparently like put it in their background videos.
Okay, I don't care. To be fair, it's not that I think it's funny. I don't know what it is. It sounds funny. But it's like, oh, it's this thing. Like, I don't know what that is. And you give me no explanation on it. So it's hard for me to like look it up. Now I've seen cat lady porn. So thank you. I guess. Like you've all been like, yeah, no, yeah, it's a cat lady fucking porn.
Just another Manic Monday.
Yeah, shit. Right. Now hold on. All right. Video. Okay, hold on. What is this? All right. So I'm on xvideos.com.
Oh no.
Oh. Wow. Okay. Y'all sick. That's what I'm saying on this one. Tony here says Matt has seen inappropriate things.
Hey, everyone's talking up though. Apparently has good music and animation, so I don't know.
Well, there you go. There you go. You know what? Here's the thing. When the stream is over, feel free, anyone listening, to go and look that up. And obviously have fun. You're here, 2 girls, 1 Jarbo. As it should be. Anyway. All right. Let's get in to the final story of the night here. And that, of course, is another thing with Andy Serkis, but this time Star Wars related. Saying that he admits that he was devastated over Snoke's death in Star Wars The Last Jedi.
Many fans were, because all their theories vanished like dust.
Yes. And one in particular, did you ever see the image? Let me bring this up here. Ryan Johnson trolled everybody with that. Did you ever see that image?
Yes, I have. What would it say? Your Snoke theory sucks.
Yeah. Let me find it here. Yeah, this is the thing. This is, I think, another thing too. is like, look, I mean, Rian Johnson like clearly hated what they had set up in the Force Awakens, like clearly hated it, but had to work.
Yeah, I think he was just trolling.
No, well, no, I mean, no, I think like him killing off the character without really a good reason and not setting up another villain really, especially if there's going to be a redemption
for villain though. He set up Kylo Ren.
But Kylo was always going to be redeemed. Kylo was always going to be redeemed. What it should have been is Snoke should have lived. Kylo should have killed him at the beginning to the third act in The Rise of Skywalker, and then the final act of the movie would have been him and Rey fighting the Emperor. That's more thematic. It's more thematic.
Well, what about Colin Trevorrow's version where he stayed evil throughout the entire thing and never got redeemed?
That also works too. I was okay with there being no redemption for Kylo Ren, but I also liked the redemption for Kylo Ren at the end of Rise of Skywalker. So I'm cool with
right away.
yeah. But he gave up his life for love, RJ.
He should have lived.
Should have lived. Kylo, you could have been laying that pipe.
No, that was another massive mistake on their part. He should have lived.
Well, he should have lived. She should have
He should have lived so you can continue. They could have little Force babies, and
she could have blown some life into him.
Wow. Wow.
I should be thankful that like so many people who watch this after the fact don't actually get to the end. Don't
finish.
No. That you have to finish. Otherwise it's not worth it. Anyway, here let's get
Anyway, let's talk about how let's talk about how the death of Snoke blew.
Yes. Let's see, Geeks here says this is beyond Hollywood After Dark. No, it's not.
Is that true? Fourth 1,000.
Fourth says no. Your stream is asking for my age verification. Good. Rational here, $2 money. Thank you. Says should have been Darth Bane instead of the Emperor. Well, yeah. They should have never done the Emperor. Is what Plagueis. It should have been Plagueis. All right. It should have been. But Andrew here says they should have taken a mulligan with The Last Jedi. Yeah, they should have. They should have done episodes 9 and episode 10, and then had that be really like The Force Awakens, and then those two.
Should have done a lot of things differently, to be fair.
Well, I mean, yeah, but here's the thing: they're on a better trajectory at this point. I thought Star Wars Visions was great all the way through. Some episodes not as good as others, but I liked what I saw. And I'm looking forward to. I want to read that Ronin book based on the duel. They got a whole novelization coming out.
It's in a much better place for sure.
Oh yeah, so I'm happy with that. All right, so okay, so not surprisingly, fans were not the only ones devastated or who were disappointed about the unexpected death of Andy Serkis, who admits he was devastated when Snoke was unceremoniously killed in Episode 8. Serkis first played Snoke in The Force Awakens. But how did Serkis react when he learned his character was getting killed off? In an interview with IO9, he says he was confessed that he never saw it coming, which maybe that was the point. But he says here, I was devastated when I read that script because it was all going so well. I was like, man, this is a boss character. I'm gonna love playing. Wait, what? You're kidding me? What? I was like, okay, is a good idea. I suppose it is. I was slightly mortified, pardon the pun.
Yeah, I can imagine it's devastating because I'm sure he thought, I'm going to be playing the main villain of the next Star Wars trilogy, the sequel trilogy. It's like, nope, you're gone. Because he was only in Force Awakens 5 minutes.
Not even that. Not even that. He had that one scene.
No, he had two. He had the first reveal scene in the very end.
Oh, yeah.
So probably 3-4 minutes.
If that, maybe two max, 2.5. Yeah. It says here, although he wasn't happy about Snoke's demise, Serkis still managed to take it like a man, saying, it was all in the right, I think. I love playing the character, and I love the face-off scene between Kylo Ren and Rey. It was so great. Sure, he's not going to sit there and he's not going to badmouth it, but you can tell when he says, I was devastated. That's not a good sign.
Yeah. I would have liked to have seen him play Snoke for much longer. I don't know. I know people says that Snoke getting killed off was whatever because he was a nothing burger of a character, but that's why they should have explored him more. But Actually
No, well,
built
that's the whole thing is
trilogies
they
actually like.
Yeah, well, they look, if you argue like, look, the original trilogy is one of the best trilogies of all time. The sequel trilogy is one of the worst trilogies of all time because it's so mismanaged across the board. And this is not
It
like it's
doesn't even
something.
feel like a trilogy.
No, it doesn't. It feels you can watch Force Awakens and Rise of Skywalker and be okay.
I guess I wouldn't do that though. I mean, that middle piece I feel is still important in some regards.
What exactly would be the?
Well, you had to know how Luke Skywalker died. You had to know that Kylo Ren became the Supreme Leader and how, why Snoke isn't there anymore. And
Yeah.
you gotta understand why the Empire is back on top.
Yeah, well, no, the First Order, not the Empire,
Oh,
RJ,
sorry,
not the Empire, the First Order.
Sorry.
I
It's
know,
pretty much the same
I
thing.
know. Yeah, no, it is. I know they wear the same uniforms essentially. They have the same,
Apparently, the
you know.
Empire replaces the First Order at the end of Rise of Skywalker anyway. It's the Empire. I mean,
Yeah, it's so the whole thing is just like, come on, you guys.
I do remember that, by the way, Tony, when people thought Snoke was Mace Windu. That was hilarious.
That would have been
Some people thought it was
been
the old
awesome.
lady from the library in Coruscant. Some people thought it was her too.
I survived. She's like, I survived, and now I'm back to take scalps.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's the final order, not the first order either. It's the final order. God, these names.
I know. Oh God, Chris Terrio is a good writer. I don't know what happened. I think it was JJ, to be fair.
Was he a good writer? Was he?
I mean, like, look, I like JJ Abrams. I think he's a fine director. I think he just needs to like, I think he prioritizes spectacle over substance sometimes. I mean, many people would argue that like Star Trek Into Darkness absolutely did that.
To be fair to Chris Terrio, I think he probably is a capable writer. The issue is that they wrote the script really fast and really late. 'Cause remember, they brought JJ in the last minute and they threw out Trevorrow's script. So
Yeah, but they brought
JJ
JJ in. They brought JJ in September 2017.
Did they? I thought it was 2018.
No, it was 2017. It was before the release of The Last Jedi.
No, that can't. I thought they brought in JJ like after Last Jedi, not before.
Nope. They brought him in. Let me look this up here.
There's probably some article on Hollywood Reporter, like on the Wayback Machine or something.
Let's see here. Well, yeah. All right. Okay, I'm just let's see. Yeah, September 12th, 2017. Hollywood Reporter writes here, J.J. Abrams to replace Colin Trevorrow as director of Star Wars Episode 9.
Yeah,
Yes.
September 12th, Star Wars.com.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that was 3 whole fucking months before the release of The Last Jedi. 3 whole months. Almost, 9 months since the death of Carrie Fisher. So here we go, just so you guys can see it. September 12th, 2017. All right. So it's like they could have cut that fucking Luke Skywalker death scene by 5 seconds and it would have saved everything. But I don't know what happened. I don't know why.
So you're saying they could have just cut it to where he's just sitting looking at the sun.
Yes. Yeah. And what you do is the music you use is the same score that played in A New Hope when Luke is looking out over the twin suns of Tatooine, and you hear that score in the rising score as to indicate adventure is coming and that there is hope, that there is excitement on the horizon.
Oh, yeah, the call to action, yeah.
Thank you. The call to action. That would have been Luke's call to action to return and like, well, I saved him. It's time to go stop my nephew, that sociopathic piece of shit.
God damn it, you're right. That would have been better.
Yeah. Thank you. I can see, this is why they need to fucking hire me, RJ. All right. I have pitched so many things that could make The Last Jedi a better movie. So many things. And even The Rise of Skywalker, same thing. But
Last Jedi better as well.
Get rid of
DJ and make it Lando. The guy they go meet is Lando.
Lando would have been cool. But he's a little bit too old for that at that point in time, right?
No.
Well, you can still. I still like my idea of making it to where DJ is actually he was the mole. He was the one who was putting the tracker on the ship because he worked for the First Order. Because remember, the rebellion in the original trilogy, they had spies in the Empire. Now, what if the First Order, who is trying to emerge into power, has spies in the Resistance because they are trying to expand and they know that the Resistance is there and they want to get somebody on the inside? And then that is how they track them, because DJ's got the tracker. And what happens is at the beginning of The Last Jedi, when Rose Tico is trying to stop people from exiting, from jumping ship, she inadvertently stops DJ, who was trying to escape back to the Dreadnought, because he'd already led them to that location and they didn't have the fuel to go to fucking hyperspace. And then that would have totally just, you could have gotten rid of Canto Bight. You could have changed that whole dynamic. You could have cut 20 minutes out of that movie. And then not have to have the argument of like, wait, why did you save the horse dogs, but you left the slave children?
I'll still always be disappointed with how they use the Knights of Ren as well. That always pissed me
Well,
off.
that too.
They could have been so goddamn cool. They really could have.
Yeah. Rational Skeptic here says, The Last Jedi was such a bad Star Wars film. Why are critics defending it? What reason do they have for defending it? I don't know. Actually, I'll tell you this. You know what?
Like Ryan Johnson.
They like Ryan Johnson.
They thought it was a bold experimentation.
Yeah.
They thought that the fact that it subverted expectations could have been really interesting. So.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of the whole point is like they like Ryan Johnson because he hung out with them. Like as he was coming up in like the film industry, he was friends with a lot of those journalists, like Devin Faraci, that piece of shit. Ryan Johnson was friends with him.
His name again.
Ryan Johnson was absolutely in on all that shit.
He was film Twitter's kind of director.
Yeah, he was.
Fit in with that crowd. Yeah. I can agree with
that. Anthony, no, I'm not doing voicemail because I'm wrapping up in a couple minutes, man. So there we go.
Speaking of Star Wars, on the positive side, you see they're going to drop new merchandise, new Funkos for the.
I did. I saw the Cobb Vanth Funko. I don't like. See, the thing is, I don't have a desire to buy Funkos, except for like Star Wars and Mandalorian ones. Like those are the only ones I want. Like other than that, I just I don't really care. But I really, really, really like the Mandalorian ones.
Yeah, there's a Walmart exclusive where it's Fennec Shand and Boba on the throne. I want that.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah. McLeod here says Star Wars Visions was lit as fuck. The Ninth Jedi was definitely one of my top 3 favorite episodes. Heard that Lucasfilm wants to do some more stories within Legends. I've heard that too.
Yeah, they're talking about doing some sequels to the
The Last Jedi needs a full on animated movie. The Ninth Jedi needs a full on animated movie.
I would say the Ninth Jedi, the Elder, and Lope and Oko. I'd like to see continuations of.
I'm okay with that one. I didn't find Lop and Oko. I was like, it's over. It's done. I didn't care for that one that much.
More?
Nah, not really.
I would like to see
not really. Not really at all. But the Ninth Jedi was really cool. Like when that reveal happened, I don't want to say what it is, but when that reveal happened, I was like, whoa, I was not expecting that. And then when that second reveal happened, I legitimately went, oh shit. Like, that was really cool. Mm-hmm. And then I liked what they had set up. I thought that it had that and the duel. Like those are the two I want to see. And you know what? Also, if they did like an animated show about Tatooine Rhapsody, I would probably watch it.
I don't know about that.
I liked it. I thought it was cutesy. But again, the one
Toby one continue.
No. God no!
I didn't like
fucking Star Wars Astro Boy. It was literally Astro Boy.
Yeah,
it was like I'm a robot who can use the Force and shit. And like, don't get me wrong, it was cool that he fought the Sith, the Jedi Hunter, but like it was just.
By the way, you know who voiced the old man in that episode?
No, I didn't see it.
Was Kyle Chandler.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't know that until recently.
He's slumming it these days. No, I didn't think that one kind of sucked. The twins was god awful.
I disagree with you on that.
Yeah, you do. And then
it was still a kill in Star Wars. How can you not love that?
Because I don't watch that, RJ. And there's no air in space.
It was supposed to be over the top, though. That was
no. Listen, you can make it over the top, but put it on a planet. Put it on a planet's surface where there's gravity. You know, like, and you're not riding an X-wing.
It was fine.
And surviving in space. No, it wasn't. It was terrible. It was terrible.
It's fine. It wasn't that bad. See, this is why you old boomer men, you and Enosh, you're holding back Star Wars from its potential. Let them be creative and weird, okay?
No. It can
Let
be
them
creative
break
and weird, but
canon and
like,
physics. It's fine.
like the duel was so good, and that's
Oh,
when
you
I
didn't mind the helicopter lightsaber.
no, I didn't. I know Enosh hated it. I actually
Yeah,
really thought
he
it was. I
hated
thought it
it.
was cool. I thought it was cool. I thought it like it's like look, it's using like if lightsabers can exist in a multitude of ways, right? Like different types, where you've got like the Maul saber, and whatever. Why not be able to have like some kind of functional mirror umbrella technology? It's like screw it. I thought it was fine. I thought it was great. I thought that was a really good one. Fourth here says, how would you have fixed the lost Vagobus system Canto Bite part of the movie? I would have eliminated it entirely, because you can actually get around that. You get rid of Canto Bite. It stops the movie dead in its tracks. It stops The Last Jedi dead in its tracks. It legitimately, like, it makes you go, why the fuck did we spend all this time here?
Even people who like the movie don't like that part.
Yeah, just to meet DJ's character, you could easily just put
also
him.
to have the line where Rose Tico talks about the corruption of people in the galaxy.
Yeah, like,
No
oh wow,
opportunity,
they're
no
selling to
matter
both sides. RJ, did you know that? Did you know that that's a commentary on like actual defense spending in the way that we our country operates? Like people fucking.
And the slave boy, broom boy.
Yeah, I know, right? But it's like no, like we fucking condemned. Like the Afghani fighters, we spent 20 years fighting them. We fucking trained them. We fucking gave them weaponry and shit back in the 80s, So it's like, yeah, look at fucking Noriega, man. Jesus. Anyway, I get the political messaging that Rian Johnson was going for, but it was so absolutely ham-fisted.
Yeah.
And then, all right, Shogun here says, new Foundation show looks cool on Apple Plus. I need to check it out. I've heard good things.
Yeah, Apple TV is getting a little better. I'm a little surprised with them. I mean, they got Ted Lasso, obviously, but I think they're ramping up a little bit. They might become more on the radar in the future. I'd keep an eye on them.
Yeah, Ty from Pop Culture Corner was saying on Twitter today that a lot of that stuff's being slept on, and maybe he says it slaps pretty hard. So
I've been pushing the thing, man. It's like everyone should go watch Dickinson. Dickinson's really good.
You just have a crush on Haley.
No, it was even not even that. It's a good show.
All right, I need to. I'm not against watching it. I just don't have Apple TV. Command unit here with 6 shekels. Thanks, buddy. It says they need lore masters like 40K that Judge Canon. No, they do. They need lore masters, but they've got that now with like Filoni and Favreau for Star Wars. They've got that now, and that is why it's doing as well as it is. And Filoni's influence. Like, did you see the photographs of Mark Hamill's 70th birthday party the other day?
No, I didn't know.
Dave Filoni was there, and Sam Witwer was there.
Oh, really?
So yeah, I was like, all right, that's cool. I'm like glad Filoni was there and shit. I was kind of hoping that like Harrison Ford would pop up, but he's shooting Indiana Jones, and like where was George Lucas? But he's off doing his own shit.
Yeah.
So anyway, H Bars here says RJ, you liar. I don't know.
Hey, no, I'm not lying. I watch Dickinson because it's a good show.
Let's see here. Lucasfilm already has the Lucasfilm Story Group, but their job predominantly is to handle the High Republic, the comic books, and the novels. They really have no say over the movies. So, McLeod says, as much as everyone hated the Mary Poppins moment in TLJ, at least that made a tad bit more sense than the two people able to fight and survive in space. No. I get that. I still hated the Carrie Poppins scene. I thought it was pretty bad. So, no, and Rational here says that Canto Bite scene makes no sense. We already knew slaves existed in the Star Wars universe. That was the whole point of episode 1 of Anakin being a slave. Also a reason why Anakin became Vader. Yeah. I mean, it was just all about wanting to push Rose Tico.
What was the point of Broom Boy? What was the point of that guy?
Okay, so the whole point, and then this is the last point I'm going to make. And then I really got to end it because it's almost midnight. So any final super chats that come in, I'll answer those real quick. But otherwise, we're going to bounce. What Rian Johnson wanted to convey, RJ, is that everyone could be a Jedi. Because following the release of that movie, Laura Dern was in an interview and she was like, "Well, Admiral Holdo was Force sensitive."
No, she wasn't.
Look it up. Laura Dern said it. Laura Dern said it.
I know they implied that Poe was force sensitive in the comic.
And Poe actually said it in a comic, in a Poe Dameron comic that came out after the movie.
Well, I know his parents, they knew Luke and Leia, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, no. They absolutely they
So
absolutely
that means Poe's
said that.
force sensitive, Hodo's force sensitive, Finn is a Jedi. We know
Uh-huh.
that.
Uh-huh.
Oh my god.
Everyone's a Jedi. Come if you watch Star Wars The Last Jedi, which makes no sense because at the end of it, everyone's a Jedi, RJ.
Why didn't they have a scene where Finn used the Force or actually told Rey like I'm force sensitive or something? Why didn't they follow through
Well,
with that?
according to Jason Ward, from makingStarWars.net, he wasn't going to yell out at her that he's a Jedi. He was going to yell out that he loves her. And then they changed it to him being a Jedi. But just to confirm
Why couldn't it be both?
Because it's stupid. So from March 27, 2018, Laura Dern says her Star Wars The Last Jedi character was force sensitive. And this was in Entertainment Weekly.
Oh my
So
god.
they legitimately were telling everybody.
So that was a Holdo maneuver. It's 1 in a million because he was force sensitive.
Exactly.
Oh, Jesus
exactly.
Christ. That's really bad.
It was ridiculously stupid here. Matt 1306 says, "Did you see Will Smith Welcome to Earth?" That's the National Geographic series that he's doing.
Yeah, it's gonna drop on Disney Plus soon. It actually looks really good.
Yeah, I want to see it. I love Will Smith. So I did know that it's coming out. I just haven't seen it. Sorry that I missed it, man. I went back and found it real quick. Finn can't be a Jedi because of CCP. What is CCP?
The China.
Oh no, Finn. Like I don't know. They I don't know, man.
I think he could still be a Jedi. If Mace Windu could be a Jedi, it's fine.
Yeah. Well, we don't know if those movies played over there or not. I don't know if those movies did play over in China. So it's like, does China really not like black people?
I think so. Yeah, I think they're a little racist over there. Because even with Black Panther, they covered up Chadwick Boseman. They put him in the Black Panther mask for all the marketing.
That's so weird.
I know.
That's so weird. And yet, like Hollywood bows down to them. You know what I mean? Go figure.
Because what? Like, how many people live over there? Like 100 billion or whatever?
No, not 100 billion.
Like 1 billion.
It's like 1.4.
Oh, okay. My bad.
1.4 billion people. I know. Real quick, we got a couple last super chats here. McLeod, $5, buddy. Thank you. In the current canon comics, Luke gave a force tree as a gift to Poe Dameron's parents, either near the end of the war or after. Can't remember. Oh, okay.
So the tree, the tree gave
the
Poe
tree
Dameron's
knows.
mom,
that's where the midichlorians came from.
Yeah, the force tree gave Poe's mom the energy to make her son.
Okay, so what you're saying is, while Poe's dad was off fighting the war, Poe's mom was a little lonely, and one day a branch from the tree fell, and so she looked at it, and it looked rather phallic in nature.
No.
So she pulled out a piece of sandpaper and some varnish, and she carved herself a fertility cock, a wooden fertility cock, and then from there, Poe Dameron. I won't tell you how it happened, folks. This is not that kind of 18+ stream, but use your imagination.
Jesus Christ.
Thank you. Shogun here says, with seconds to live, Finn isn't going to start a convo about being a Jedi. That he loves her feels more right. Yeah, well, he might have said like in an interview that he was going to tell her that, but that was like, I think it's, I just think that whole thing was dumb.
A lot of that movie was dumb.
I just like, it's so, because I mean, look, what was so funny was they go through the quicksand and then they end up in the tunnels, and then they come across like the wounded snake, and she force heals it again with like no explanation on force healing, but whatever. She force heals it, and then it immediately.
Yoda did that. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they did it the next week.
Yeah.
And then it went full on video game, right? 'Cause she force healed it, and it slithered away, exposing Ochi's body and the knife, and then it broke a hole in the wall for them to escape.
Yeah, well, didn't they play it as it was part of the trial, that if you do that and you help the snake, it would reveal the way?
I mean, I don't remember, but it's just like, it's just Yeah, I don't.
Remember the stupid dagger where it like perfectly mounted like the destruction?
I know,
It's been 30 years,
I
it all
know,
rode away. It wouldn't work anymore.
I know,
What a great script that was.
I know. It was fucking Goonies, dude. It was fucking Goonies. And it's like, how did they make a blade? How did they make a blade? Because there's no way, like, the Death Star is going to land on this planet. That the impact of the Death Star coming out of space and landing on that planet would have more or less eviscerated all life on that planet. You know, and then 30 years later, it would not have come back.
Listen, the Emperor used the Force. Him and his
Sure.
dark disciples who used the
Sure.
Sith magic to clone him and revive him. They used
They use the veil of the Force.
They lessened the blow to the planet.
Oh my God. Kill me. That was such a bad. I mean, I thought it was cool that it was there, but it was so bad. 75er says, "Oh my God, I'm so glad I skipped right." Like, it's worth a watch at least once.
It's a bad movie.
It's just like, it's not that great. But guys, on that note, that is going to do it for me tonight. It is now after midnight. I got to be up at like 6:30 taking my kid to school. So I appreciate everyone coming on board. I appreciate RJ for sticking around. I know he's got class in the morning as well. RJ, where can people find you?
Yeah, if you want to follow me, it's Resident Justice on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. So pretty easy to find.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Of course, if you guys have made it this far into the video, do me a solid, slap on that like, smack it like you want to smack J.J. Abrams for how he wrote the movie. And maybe try to get us up to 50 likes. At least I know we're at 25 right now. With 50 people still watching, we can do it. I believe in you. I trust you. You all are great. I'll see you all tomorrow night for another episode leading up to the release, at least, of What If I can get the chance to watch it. And yeah, I'm going to be
Venom.
yeah. Venom. You know, that Eminem song's pretty good. But all right, everybody, have a great night. Thank you again.